When we start getting into operations with radicals like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, if we're adding and subtracting radicals, these problems are super nice because if you know how to simplify radicals and you know how to combine like terms, then the work is pretty much done for you. Okay, so adding and subtracting radicals is very similar to adding and subtracting with variables. And so let me show you what I mean. If we have this problem, 5x plus 3x minus 2x. Well, those all have an x, so they're all like terms. So we're just going to add or subtract our numbers in front and keep the x. 5 plus 3 is 8, minus 2 is 6, so we get 6x. When we're working with adding or subtracting radicals, it's super similar. To add or subtract them, we have to have like radicals. And what we mean by like radicals, first of all, it has to be the same index. All of these are square roots. There's not any sneaky like cube roots in there. They have to be the same index. And they have to have the same number underneath it. They have to be like radicals. So they all have an 11 underneath it. So we can combine those. We can add those. 5 plus 3 is 8, minus 2 is 6. And that radical, what's underneath that radical, just tags along. It does not change. So for example here, we have all fifth roots. So now we just have to see which ones we can combine. This is a fifth root of 6. This is a fifth root of 6, so we can combine those. We have 7 fifth root of 6 plus 1 fifth root of 6 gives me 8 fifth root 6. And then here we've got a fifth root 3, fifth root 3. So if we combine those, 4 fifth root 3 minus 9 fifth root 3, we get minus 5 fifth root 3. We can't put this one and this one together because they don't have the same number underneath my radical symbol. Okay, but sometimes we're going to get something like this where we don't have anything similar underneath our radical symbol. But we don't just stop there. We still can do something because if you look at this, none of these are simplified. So we're going to have to simplify each of these radicals first and then see if we have like radicals. So to do this, we're going to use what we've learned in the previous couple sections. You're going to use whichever method you prefer. I prefer using the factor tree method, so that's the one I'm going to do. You can do whichever you want. So when I'm simplifying 45, I get 3 and 15, 3 and 5. It's a square root, so I'm looking for pairs. I've got a pair of 3s. If I bring that to the outside, that 3 times that 5 is 15, and I only have a 5 left over. For 18, I've got 2 and 9, 3 and 3. I've got a pair of 3s. If I bring it to the outside, 3 times 6 is 18, and I've got a 2 left over that we didn't bring out. 98 gives me 2 and 49, 7 and 7, a pair of 7s. If I take those out, I get minus 14, square root 2. And then the last one I have, let me change my color. We have 2 times 10, 2 times 5. I have a pair of 2's I can take out, so I get 2 square root 5. So now if we look what we can combine, we have a square root 5 here, a square root 5 here. 15 square root 5 plus 2 square root 5 is 17 square root 5. I've got a square root 2 here, square root 2 here. 18 minus 14 is positive 4, square root 2. So if you don't have square roots or radicals or whatever they are that are completely simplified, before you add or subtract them, you have to completely simplify them. All right, and then our last one here, we're dealing with cube roots. Notice they're all cube roots, but we still have to simplify them. If I break down 54, I get 2 and 27, 3 and 9, 3 and 3. I'm looking for groups of 3 since it's a cube root. I have 3 3's. If I bring a 3 to the outside, I get 12, cube root of 2. for 16 here, let's see if I break that down, I get 2 and 8, 2 and 4, 2 and 2. I'm looking for groups of 3. I have 3 2's. 2 times 9 gives me 18, so minus 18 cube root 2. And then my last one here, if I break down 9, I just get 3 and 3. So that's all we can do. And we don't have any triples. We don't have 3 of any number, so I can't do anything. I just leave it 5 cube root of 9. So when we're combining, we can only put together this one and this one. 12 minus 18 is negative 6. Keep the cube root of 2 plus 5 cube root 9. So when we're adding or subtracting, simplify first and then see which like radicals you have.